What's going on, peeps? So, I need you to sit down. You're probably sitting down if you're watching this video. Let's be real. You're at a computer. Or you're on your smartphone. Or a smart tablet. But, I got a surprise for you. I got a small surprise. What is it? Oh, you guessed it. It's another hotel story time. We're doing it twice in 1 week. Woo! Just makes me want to dance. I don't know what that was, but this hotel story time is about a racist old white lady, and it was one of the more awkward situations I've dealt with at the hotel front desk. But this is the lowdown, peeps. So, we had this older couple, I would say early 80s, maybe late 70s. They checked in one night, and we have this like pass-on system where like you can type in, it's called Core. You can type in notes for the previous shift, for the incoming shift, so people can see kind of what happened, and if there's any problems that go on, everyone's aware of it. So if a guest approaches us about it, you at least look informed, even if you didn't like directly have anything to do with it. You know kind of what the gist is of what everything is going on. So I look in Core, and there is a note passed on from the previous shift, the PM shift from the day prior, about a very rude old couple that checked in. And it wasn't that they were rude. They made some very weird, slightly racist comments, and it was kind of awkward for the individual checking them in because this person wasn't white, and apparently it seemed like the people they were checking in didn't like it, and see, this is where it's awkward for me, because I think old white racist people are fucking hilarious, because it's like they're so stuck in their ways and they don't realize that the way they think is so outdated and stupid, but they don't give a fuck. Like, they just say this racist shit and you're like, you do know that we all use the same bathroom, right? Like, there isn't separate water fountains anymore because we realize that we're not fucking animals and everybody's the same. One person's just a little bit more tan. Doesn't mean you have different brains. Like, you're the same thing. You just happen to get sunburnt. This guy doesn't. But it doesn't matter. So I was like, okay. Like, nothing too crazy. Like, they just seem like old racist white people. Like, whatever. Wrong. The next morning, I'm standing at the desk. It's like maybe 10, 11 o'clock. And the old couple comes out. I've never seen him, so I don't know who it is. And the lady is like holding the arm of the husband, and they're like going towards the desk. And she looks at me and says, 6:30 this morning, I thought I was coming out of the elevator to south of the border. And I was like, excuse me, like I didn't really know how to react. I was like, what? What? What are you talking about? And she went, I come down here at 6:30 in the morning, barely any food out, and I got all these people speaking Mexican in there. I was like, whoa. Whoa. And what I got from this was, the lady was old, the guy was old, but you could look at the guy and tell he was all there. It was more than apparent. Old pissy pants over here. She was losing it. So she was to the point where she was old and didn't realize enough about reality to give a fuck what she said, and the husband did. So the husband was like, he's like, and he's like pulling her, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. And she was like, they need to realize this is America, and I don't need people speaking Mexican. I don't even know what they're saying, and their eggs suck. It's like, and at this point, I'm standing there like, mouth wide open, like, oh my God. And you can tell the husband is like, son of a bitch, will you shut the fuck up? And he's like pulling her out the door, and she does the typical old racist white person thing. And as she's walking out the door, this bitch decides to say, lovely. And she was a fist pump in the air short of wearing a hood. She said, "This is America!" Which is such a contradictory statement, because aren't we a melting pot? Like, aren't there people from everywhere here? I'm confused. Like, oh man. And then I didn't see them again the rest of the trip, unless the rest of their time at the hotel. But I did have a couple of different housekeepers come down and complain because this lady apparently uttered, like, whenever they came to their room to clean it, the lady, I guess, like, muttered to one of the housekeepers, like, "Spick." And I'm like, yo, like, this lady's out of control. It's time to put her in a home. She cannot be in the general public. So, long story short, that was the last, after we got the whole, like, she called me a spick comment, which was just, they were leaving, and this, I misspoke. I did see them again before they left, because the gentleman, the husband, told the wife, "Honey, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go out and grab the car." Sat her down in the lobby, and she's just sitting there with this evil old white woman's, like, grimace on her face, like, "Oh, I hate that there's people that are darker than me here." And he brings the car around to the front, and he comes back in, he grabs her, and I guess he put her in the car and was like, "I'll be right back, I just need to grab one thing," or like check out or something. He came to the desk and he was like, "Sir, I just want to apologize for my wife's actions. She's not quite who she once was in her old age." And I was like, "Sir, it's fine. There's nothing you can do about it. I mean, to be completely honest, there's nothing she can do about it. If she has dementia or she's like really losing it, yeah, it's disgusting behavior, but there's really nothing that can be done about it. Like, it is what it is." So he left. He was like, he apologized again and walked out the door. And I just, it was a weird situation. I've never seen blatant just racism. And I think this was more of one, she was really, really old, and the time she grew up in, which is no excuse, the time she grew up in was a lot different than right now. But I think it honestly had a lot more to do with her mental state at her current point in life. But yeah, that was, there's not really many situations where, like, something happens and I just don't know what to say, other than the time that whole fucking catalog of gay DVDs and a DVD player was left in a gold member's bed. That was an odd one. But yeah, so that's my story about a racist old white woman and her embarrassed old white husband. Oh man, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If it's your first time watching, please hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed this video, smack the like button, and as always, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you, I guess, Friday. Alright? Have a good one, guys. Peace.